Excuse me.
Good morning, everybody.
What up, our pregame peeps?
How's it going?
Yeah, what's up on this? Is it? It's a hump day. Start of state basketball today, right?
State basketball is back.
Be careful downtown if you're out and about. Just take your time.
Yeah.
I forget who it was. Maybe it was like I think it was like the funniest thing ever. It's like was it Rusty Dawkins? I think they actually put out. It's hilarious. The map, the county map of the license plate numbers on it.
I saw that. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So you know who's bad driving.
Yes, we need to. Yeah,
we need to know.
That. What up, Claire? Good morning, Ernesto. What's up?
Hey, Claire. What up, Ernesto?
Yeah, like I just love that they put that out there.
Bang.
You know,
Ernesto, if you're not banging, you're getting
banged. That's well done, Will.
Claire's sending us a surprise.
Oh,
in the mail
sometime in the afternoon on Friday.
Now, Claire, if you ask Ernesto, he'll be the first to tell you that sometimes mail doesn't always get to us here.
You couldn't just meet at the bar, exchange.
By the way, I'm trying to get you down there Friday. I've been telling everybody.
Okay, Friday. You're setting me up for Friday.
Yep. We made a new TikTok yesterday that I didn't show you because I know you're just gonna make fun of me.
No, I've already said your TikToks at the bar. I said they are awesome. Have I not said that? That you did a good job.
I honestly don't remember you saying that.
Never hear anything. That's like my wife and my kids. Never hear anything nice I say about them.
Well, that makes sense.
Just a negative crap. Bill's just this negative dad.
Is that what you hear a lot?
Yeah, what I feel.
Here,
say something nice to my family or friends like you. Say something nice and just forget about that part.
I just sent you the TikTok. Why don't you watch it live on the stream here
right now? Oh, that's right. Why would I laugh? Jeez. Hold a minute. Look at your move. Oh, you got to dance. Let's go. That's a good one. This is the first one I've seen you've actually been in. Content is good. Like now what's this? Love.
You liked it?
Love.
You're on TikTok, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you following Tavern?
I believe I am. Let me see. I'm pretty sure I am. Tavern Square. Following. Yes, message. Yes, I'm following.
Good. Thank you. That's very nice of you.
Of course I'm following.
Thank you.
Yeah. You now have 7 TikToks. That's the best. Honestly, it's the best one.
Wow.
No, because you're in it. Like you got to put that, like there's the dance move too. The handlebar came out.
You made some TikToks with your kids.
Oh yeah, way back in the day, but it's on there. I have nothing on mine, I don't think. Look, I mean, I have TikTok, and it's a lot because I've told you this. Like, it's the same way with my wife and my in-laws, right? We all have TikTok because my son, Ty, who watches TikTok a lot, and whatever, sends stuff to us like you just did, but I could never watch them
because you didn't have the app.
I didn't have the app.
Yeah.
So now I've got TikTok. I do not have Snapchat.
Your Coach Matt's the king of TikTok.
Yeah.
He's the king of TikTok.
Yes. Yes, he is. He does a good job with it.
All right, let's do this thing.
Is it time?
What's up, everybody?
Let's get it on.
We got T and Maurtice Ivey coming up this
Maurtice Ivey, boy. Hey, we've never had a she's in the rafters at PBA, by the way.
Rafters.
She's in the rafters. Special day.
Absolute legend.
In the rafters.
So she'll be joining the show with T coming up.
Yeah, I'm going to ask her. She's also on her LinkedIn account. It's got this Ivy League Youth Sports Academy.
Hold that thought.
I need to know about that.
This is the Morning Hookup on KFOR.
Good morning, Lincoln, Nebraska. Happy hump day. Welcome in the Morning Hookup. Bill Hooks. Will Wills.
What's up?
What's up? What's up? Good. Look, we got more people popping on. Sarah said, what's up?
What's up, Sarah? We got everybody on the stream.
Yeah.
If you haven't yet, follow along.
Yeah, please do. Please do. I hope everybody survived. I didn't know what to call it for like an hour of your life or a couple hours of your life. The apocalypse of no Facebook and Instagram. Hope you survived.
I think we did. I
Made
think
it
we
through it.
did. If you
Technical issues, which they are not telling us about.
Well, they're keeping it secret.
They just said it was a technical issue deal.
Why don't they want us to know?
I don't know.
We
all survived, though. We all survived.
I can't trust that Zuckerberg.
No.
He's a robot,
You
right?
think he's a robot?
No,
right?
I don't think.
You know he's one of those robots?
I have a very strong feeling that this guy is a robot.
Wow.
Robots don't feel emotion. We know this.
No, there's people that just don't feel emotion sometimes.
No, but I'm saying robots in general don't feel emotion.
No, they are who they are.
Yeah.
They're built that way.
Right. But we got to figure it out.
Yeah.
Back on Facebook.
Yeah. I'm glad everybody survived it. But welcome, man. We're going to have a lot of fun today. Here, we're going to kick it off here in a little bit. We're going to talk bracketology, NFL, Husker stories, all that in the first segment. Okay. So if you have anything you want us to bring up, you can also throw it on the stream or tweet at us or call us, whatever you want to do. Do whatever you got to do to give us a topic. And then at around 10:20-ish, 10:25, probably 10:20, Henry T. Buchanan with Maurtice Ivey, former Husker women's hooper.
The legend.
I hope she's okay with us calling her that, too.
She won Big A Player of the Year.
Her jersey's in the rafters.
She's legit. So excited to have her on.
Like, I was reading about her, and it's amazing when you look at, obviously the stats are going to be the stats, right? When you look at it, she had like a bunch of games. She played in 111 games, 107 starts. Okay. The last couple years, like her career average is 19.2.
My God.
Just throwing that out there. Her junior year was a almost 24-point average. Whew, just throwing it out there. No big deal, right? No big deal. But you go through these here's a few. Let's see. Number 3 on the Nebraska scoring list at the time when I read this. She's over 2,000 points.
She was the second player to get the jersey retired.
Gosh.
She's
Nebraska Athletic Hall of Fame. Big 8 player of the year in 1988. Like, come on. All-century team in 2000. All-century team.
And again, this is why we love T, because T manages to get these people on our show. We're so grateful for it.
Yeah.
So lucky. Can't wait to talk to her today.
This could be a lot of fun. Hometown out of Omaha as well. Back in Omaha. And I'm sure doing great things. But we'll have T and Maurtice around 10:20. And I believe they're both, I know T, I know. You will see both their faces on the stream. It would be awesome.
Can't wait.
And then a lot of other stories that we missed.
So, bracketology, what are you seeing?
Boy,
every day it's something new.
It's something new because it's so reactionary. That's where we're at in the season. That's why this is so much fun. Okay? Every game matters. Every single game matters, the rest, especially the teams that are on the bubble. Last night, for example, Wake Forest took a right in the nads.
Really?
Yes, they lost a bad loss to Georgia Tech last night.
Ooh.
Because they were sitting in this is all updated. CBS has updated theirs. Wake Forest was sitting there with just got to keep winning.
Yes.
Georgia Tech's like a quad 4 loss for them, by the way. Quad 3, quad 4.
Yeah,
that game matters.
Where do they have them right now? Wake Forest, like last 4 in? Are they right on the bubble?
Updated last 4 in. They're not even in the mix. It says
yikes.
Not even first 4 out material right
so
now.
Last night,
last
night might have killed them.
That's from that perspective of that. When you look at again, you can go back and forth between CBS or ESPN. CBS had them as of CBS. ESPN is not updated yet, but last night it had them as a first 4 in, in the playing games before last night's loss.
Wow. Yeah, it's at that point. And luckily we have a good enough position where let's say we lose to Michigan this weekend, we're still in.
Well, yeah, just now you're seeding. You just don't want to.
I know, but thank God we're not on the bubble.
Yes, right now you're not on the bubble. Jerry Palm, by the way, right now, he was updated at 8:50 this morning. So we are current to date with CBS right now. He had today. Oh, God, I hope it doesn't happen. I really don't. I don't want it to. It feels like it's just like a collision course of my life. Currently, right now, Jerry Palm has Nebraska as a 10 seed, taking on the 7 seed Florida Gators. Right now, Jerry Palm has Carolina as a 2 seed, taking on High Point blah. There's a collision course Nebraska, Carolina could meet in that scenario. I hope not.
I hope it does.
In Charlotte.
I hope it happens.
In Charlotte.
If it's in Charlotte, will you buy my plane ticket?
Yeah, we won't be buying any plane tickets.
So that's a no.
We're just taking off and going.
You're driving?
I don't know what we'll do, but we'll have to make this happen.
Well, that would be something. You know, it was going to happen at some point.
Yeah, but again, this is all going to flip-flop, and I hope that doesn't happen just because I don't want to have to do that. On the other side, again, not updated, but as of yesterday on the Joe Lunardi side, he's got Nebraska as a 9 seed.
Against?
Texas Tech, the 8 seed, which when you win that game, then you go into the 1 seed. UConn is on that side currently.
Eesh.
Currently on that side. Just right now, but there's so much more to go.
I know. But
there's so much more to go. You got to go out. You got for Nebraska's sake, you still got to go out. You got to get the win and get to Michigan. Right now, you're just playing your way up. Like 2 things you're trying to do. Play your way into a better seed, right? Also, these teams want to be playing well going into the tournament. Like Nebraska, worst case for Nebraska is that you lose to Michigan. You get whatever. You lose your first game of the Big Ten tournament. Now you're going into the tournament kind of limping off 2 losses. Right? You want to be playing well when you get there.
yeah, you do. But
like you want that good feeling.
that's hard to come by, especially when you get that double bye. I'm so nervous for these next 3 weeks.
Until your name gets called, man.
I'm nervous against Michigan. I'm nervous in the Big Ten tournament. We're 0-2 after getting the double bye so far in the Big Ten.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, when we go to the tournament, I'm nervous for that right now. Because I know you said it, but our dream can end so quick.
It's so quick. You're at that point, man. All these teams, you look at it from the big scale of college basketball, right? You're 1 week away from its surviving advance time, whether it be your conference tournament or the NCAA tournament.
Do you think this team's good enough to maybe get to the championship
of the Big Ten tournament?
Yeah.
Yes.
You think so?
Absolutely. I absolutely do. Yes. That's what makes it so, to me, that's what makes it so magical, these tournaments. Like dreams are made, dreams are crushed, right? You watch all these little conference tournaments that are happening, and that's another reason why a team like Nebraska needs to continue to win, because there's going to be upsets in conference tournaments, right?
Always.
There's going to be bubbles burst because you didn't take care of what you need to take care of to finish the regular season or take care of what you need to take care of in the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Those teams on the outside looking in, like right now, here's some teams that you're looking at from the last 4 in. It's pretty standard. Last 4 in right now, they got Utah, New Mexico, Colorado, St. John's. That St. John's all of a sudden wins a game. Now they're on the first 4 in.
Are they actually? Wow.
First 4 out teams who have had pretty good seasons. Seton Hall, Iowa, Villanova, Pittsburgh out of the ACC.
Where's Gonzaga?
Gonzaga has played their way back.
They played their way in
because they just beat. Let me find out where they are.
Well, they beat St. Mary's on the road by
which
20.
was a quad 1 win for them. Which kind of, you know what, they right now they had them as an 8 seed.
Somebody had us against St. Mary's.
They did at one point
in a bracket,
and it could be down there right now in that arena. They do have a St. Mary's as a 7, Northwestern as that 10 seed that plays them.
Got it.
In that arena. Right now, Gonzaga is projected now an 8. That's so back and forth. The other day, Gonzaga was where? They were playing game or out.
They were close to out.
Now, Palm's got them projected as an 8 seed.
And they're probably going to win the conference tournament. So, Ryan says I should just take the Hooksy G6 to North Carolina.
That's why I meant we wouldn't be buying tickets.
Greg says, I think there's value in Nebraska getting into a 7-10 game in the tourney. By the way, Greg,
yes.
Good to see you, man. I feel bad for the other day.
Yes, I completely agree. I said that yesterday. I don't want to get picky, but 7-10 is a good sweet spot for Nebraska.
It's a nice spot.
Whether you're the 10 or you win the Big Ten tournament and become the 7. I don't care how you get there. 8-9 is a weird spot.
Troy thinks Nebraska would be favored by 8.5 over UNC.
You're a jerk.
What do you think of that?
Come on. He knows what's coming up Saturday. He's starting it right now. He's starting it right now because Saturday at 5:30. They're going to try to get a share of the ACC crown.
Big game.
They're going to try to get a share. Carolina sewed up portion of it last night.
Well, and speaking of which, last night, Purdue takes the regular season championship.
Yeah. How many times in a row? It's been a lot. They've been on a run.
It's a big win, though, at Illinois. They played really good. Illinois did not play bad.
Yeah.
That was a good game.
0-3 since yeah, Troy, I agree. The Duke is probably a 3 seed. That's what they have him right now. They got him on the 3 line. Now, that could change. These conference tournaments are going to change people. Right? Carolina goes out, wins the tournament, they might be a 1 seed. Duke goes out, wins it, they might be a 2 seed. Big 12 up and down. I don't know.
I'm just sitting back and relaxing.
Yeah, we just
until we know where we're going. I don't want to get the anxiety up.
You just want your number called.
I'm just so nervous.
You just want your number
I'm
called.
so nervous. Jeff Bryden, who called in the other day, he says I have major Nebraska basketball PTSD.
I know.
And Colin chimes in, no, I'm not on Adderall today. Thank you very much.
It's a you know what's fun? It's a fun place to be. It is a fun time that your name is in a conversation. How many times have we been sitting here as Nebraska fans not talking about it?
I've seen us make it once.
Right.
My whole life.
Right.
My whole life. I've seen it one time.
I got here in 2001 is when I moved here.
Should have been twice, but
you know what I'm saying?
We won't go there.
No, don't go there.
NFL.
What's going on in the NFL?
Well, there was a lot of franchise tags.
There was, yeah, like this.
And there's a rumor. You hear the latest rumor?
No, I did not.
The latest rumor is that Kirk Cousins is planning a move to Atlanta.
What?
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Will you be upset?
I would be upset. I think the Vikings need to bring him back. I think they need to bring him back on a 2-year deal, pay him maybe 40 to 45 million, and draft. You know what and then I saw this yesterday. Somebody has the Vikings taking J.J. McCarthy at 11.
I could see it. Well, they got their succession planning happening here. Okay, look, man.
J.J.
Cousins, decent, average, a little above average quarterback that's done good things, but he's not getting any younger.
Yeah, but he's still got some time left.
They need to, it's time.
If he says no to Minnesota, so many teams are going to be lining up. He's a good player. That team is different when he's the quarterback. But hearing that he's moving to Atlanta, that's not very motivating. I didn't even know Atlanta was maybe looking for a quarterback.
Atlanta would be a good spot. Atlanta would be a good spot.
What are they? They got Heineke
and is Mariota still down there?
No, it's Heineke and is it Ritter?
Desmond Ritter. Yeah, they thought he was the next best thing, and that is
actually hearing those two names, they probably are looking for a starting quarterback. Is it Arthur, their head coach, or did he get fired?
Arthur Smith, he got fired, didn't he?
He got fired.
Quarterback. I love the article. You got it out there. It's quarterback 2024 NFL quarterback matchmaker.
Oh, God.
17 other logical veteran moves. Kirk Cousins is in there. Falcons signed Cousins. What's that going to do for you?
Does it say for how much?
Huh?
Does it say for how much?
Let's see. No, it's just them projecting about what veterans could do. This one also says Raiders, Inc., Russell Wilson. Buccaneers re-signed Baker Mayfield. Vikings signed Jacoby Brissett.
Are you serious?
That's what it says. If the
sturdy
Kirk Cousins test the market and fetch a stronger offer elsewhere, go get him. And then that's where you get the number 11 pick and you get J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah, that's insane. I think for all things considered, you bring Kirk back, it solves a lot of issues. If you don't bring Kirk back, now I'm worried about JJ staying with Minnesota because he doesn't have a quarterback who can consistently get him the ball. I don't want to start a rookie. That's a terrible idea. And bringing Jacoby Brissett, when was the last time he even started? Ed didn't even know he was still in the league.
Yeah, he's still there. He was just with wasn't he just with
was he with Pittsburgh?
The Colts for a little bit.
Well, he was with the Colts for a while. Colts. See, we don't even know. We don't even know where Jacoby's been playing.
We should look him up and see the last time he threw an NFL pass. Jacoby
Brissett. Remember where he played in college?
No, I do not.
Florida and then NC State.
Oh, really?
Right now he's on the Commanders.
Hey, speaking of that, like another, it is an NFL story. Obviously, yesterday Jason Kelce retired, right?
Yes.
Had the great stories and whatever he went through. Did you see the story about his ankles?
No.
This tells you what kind of guy this guy is. The Eagles trainer, the Eagles trainer was there yesterday, and he taped up his ankles for him to do the press conference because in the last game he was going through chemotherapy and couldn't tape his ankles. So he got his ankles taped by the trainer who's going through cancer one last time because he didn't get a chance to do it on the field.
That's
pretty cool.
How many athletic trainers do you think have foot fetishes?
No, but I just thought, I don't know. That was cool.
That is a cool story.
You know?
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, we got T in the waiting room.
Oh, T said we got to redo that. I said take the E out of Ivy on the stream.
Gosh, T. I'm so sorry.
We know how to fix that. We got you, T.
There we go.
Yeah.
We're good.
So, all right, good stuff. Let's take a break. And when we come back, we'll have, T, we're going to have fun with this. And we got Husker legend Henry T. Buchanan and someone who's got their jersey in the rafters at Pinnacle Bank Arena, Maurtice Ivey.
More next on the Morning Hookup on KFOR.
He's getting stretched. T, what's up?
What's up, fellas?
Oh, we got everybody. Hey, Maurtice, how are you?
What's
I'm
up,
good.
Martin?
How are you?
We're
What's
amazing.
up, T?
We're amazing. I just said when I came on the so right now we're not on the air, but we keep
Very
our
good.
stream going. And I just the way I said it is Husker legend Henry T. Buchanan and somebody who actually has their jersey in the rafters. I mean, T, yours is up there, but it just has the wrong name on it.
Yeah, it has the wrong name. Hey,
Whose name is up there? Whose name?
This guy named Ty Lou.
Oh, okay.
I always
Yeah,
give Ty
him. Oh,
Lue
yeah,
props.
him.
Yeah, I get Ty Lue props for getting our number up there.
That sounds good. How you been, T?
I'm good. Just working, living the American dream. How about you?
I'm creating my own American dream.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep. For
You still
sure.
look like you can play.
You know what? I got about a minute worth of game in me.
I don't believe it.
Don't believe
Got
it.
about a minute. Up and down. It's a wrap.
Up and down, the hand up.
No, it's like, yeah, get me out. For sure.
Well, we're
So
excited
this
to
is-
have you on.
Yeah, this is gonna
Thank
be
you
awesome.
very much for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. This will be a lot of fun. We'll go through a lot of stuff, ask a lot of questions. T will have questions, and we keep it really relaxed. That's the fun part. There's no there's no hard hitting stuff yet.
Well, I appreciate that. It's early still, so I don't really want the hard hitting stuff till probably after 1:00.
10:18's early. I feel you on that.
Oh, listen, you're 25.
Is everybody in Nebraska? No, T's not. Because you said 9:15, and I was like, oh, hey.
Yeah. So Will and I are here in Lincoln. And then
Okay.
T's out in Arizona.
All right, lovely.
And where are you at, Maurtice?
I'm in Omaha.
Oh yeah, the good life.
I'm in the big O.
The good life. The good life. So we've had T with us over 3 years now on
Very
the show.
cool. That's super cool.
Oh, yeah.
And we're grateful because he brings on people like you, and otherwise our show would be awful.
It'd be
So
awful
it's
without-
fantastic.
Oh, what
Well,
you
I
trying to
doubt
say?
that,
I don't bring
but-
nothing to the table.
No,
T, we just like looking at you.
That's cool though.
no,
T's
He
He
has
brings
a
it
cool vibe. He has a good. I mean, it's been a while. I mean, every now and then we kind of connect,
Yeah.
but his spirit's always been fantastic. So you
I
guys
don't
got a good guy.
yeah, I don't think I've ever hung out when T comes to town or when we have him on that he is not in red, by the way. I don't know if you
Oh,
own
he
any
not-
other color.
Yeah, I'm repping Ivy League.
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah, you got to tell
know?
us about that. Hey, Maurtice, you got to tell us about the Ivy League.
I will.
Well,
Yeah, I'm
look,
repping.
look, I don't prep a lot, but look, it says
He
it right
never
there.
preps.
I'm going to talk about it. I
There
wrote
you
it
go.
down.
All
He never
right.
preps.
He never prep. Yeah, don't
What do
really.
you mean you don't prep? So this is real relaxed then.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Oh, I've got an article up. I do put some articles up here and there.
Okay. You have to put your website. You guys have a website, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, put it in the link. Is there a link? Yeah, in the chat so I can check it out.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I'll send it to you too.
Thank you.
After the show.
How are you, Will?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. Got my coffee today. You know, we're rocking over here.
Man.
Good.
Okay. We're cool. Are we all former athletes or what's the scoop?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? I'll answer that here in a
Oh,
sec.
that's a great
We got to
question.
go.
All right, here we go.
air.
We're going. Welcome back in the morning hookup. Happy hump day. Again, I know we talk about it. I say it every time, but you hear the music, you already know what's happening. It's Husker legend, Henry T. Buchanan. And also, he has brought on a, can we say it's a distinguished guest today?
I think so.
I think so. When you have your number and your jersey up in the rafters, Maurtice Ivey in the house. Good morning.
Hey, it's
Good
more or less
morning.
the true legend. Maurtice is the true legend.
Thank you. Thank you, love. Received.
That's awesome. By the way, if you can see, they can see the stream comments, right?
I think so. Yeah.
You guys see who's hanging out with us this morning on that stream? What up, Joe P?
Joe P.
He said Maurtice Ivey the greatest ever, and he said good morning to everyone.
All right.
That's my dude.
Good stuff. So hey, let's kick it off. T, man, thanks for being on. Like you always are. Like you know what? I know we talked about this earlier, but you are the main show when you come on our show in your segment. Okay. We all didn't know what he's talking about. But we have Maurtice with us hanging out. But I always ask the question when we have guests that you bring on so graciously, talk about how you got like the relationship, because I think you guys were there about the same time, if I'm correct. Because a lot of times you bring on these young bucks on the show, and they're like, T, he was like grandpa to us.
What do
now
you
we
mean?
got-
So what are you saying then?
No, I think you guys both look. I think you guys both look great, and you could talk about the same era of basketball you guys played.
Okay.
Good save. Good save.
Oh yeah.
T, so talk about how you guys met in a relationship on this.
Well, that was simple for me. When I got to Nebraska, Maurtice was already here, and I remember going up, and I missed the Coliseum, but I used to go up to the rec, and also, of course, at the Devaney, and I was like, so I love basketball, so I'm watching the women's play and things of that sort. So I'm watching, I say, who's this sister out here just getting it in? I mean, and matter of fact, everywhere I went to go play, I would see Maurtice. And I'm like, good grief. And then she had game. I mean, and fearless and not fear. She didn't fear anyone. And just watching her play, I mean, she's, when you watch people that play back in our era, you can pick a handful of athletes that can probably compete in today's era with the style of ball that they play. And Maurtice would probably in college would probably drop 30 a game, easily. WNBA, she'd do the same thing, and she used to play with the guys. I mean, it wasn't the women; it was the guys she would play with, and hold her own. And it was just always fun. It was a treat to watch. I used to go to her games and watch, and I'm calculating in my mind. I said, "Gosh, you got to get 30 tonight." I'm counting the points for her and things that sort. And we just kind of met through there, just through the university. And Angela Beck used to fight with Danny Nee about time on the court for the Devaney to play pickup ball. And Maurtice didn't care because she would just play pickup with us. She didn't care. So that's kind of how it started.
Maurtice, what about you? What do you remember meeting T for the first time?
Yeah, I mean, similar story. I mean, obviously, we're Huskers. And so just as athletes, especially as athletes of color, I think that there was automatically just a natural gravitation towards, the things that look like you. And so T was a hooper. But I mean, outside of that, you automatically picked up on good people. And so you gravitate towards that. It wasn't any like, we don't want her playing with the guys. I mean, it was just like, we got Maurtice, let's roll. And so, it's just a mutual respect, just overall good guys. So just I remember just good things about T. And he had game. I'm not sure why he's not up in the rafters right now, but he definitely has some game.
Oh, that's awesome. T, I'm going to ask you real quick, then I'm going to go back to Maurtice. Was Maurtice ever allowed to play at sports courts, and where would you have picked her at if she was there?
She was playing in the pros during the sports course.
Oh man, okay.
She was in the pros. I think he was in that WBL. Was it something like that?
WBA.
Yeah, she was playing in the pros before the WNBA. She was still playing. Oh yeah, she would have been a number one draft pick because she can handle those guards that was in that league. You know, we had some great big men, but the guards was questionable. That's why I kind of owned them.
That's awesome. Awesome.
And I'm not, and Joe Pete, I'm not Joe Pete. I know you're listening in. I'm not throwing you under the bus, but you know how Maurtice got it in.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, T, you've talked about your journey to Nebraska. Maurtice, talk about your journey to Nebraska and what it was like. I know you just talked about meeting T and just being around good people. And again, I would call myself a transplant. I'm born and raised in North Carolina. I've been here since 2001, and there's something about my journey getting here and the people here and just everything about Lincoln has that great vibe that just like you just want to hug it all the time.
You know what, I'm a Nebraska native, so I'm at home. I mean, whether I'm in Omaha, Lincoln, or Kearney or wherever, Auburn, Nebraska, like I'm home. And so as a Omaha Central product, coming out of high school in Omaha, I mean, it was, crazy because I definitely had other opportunities to go other places. And really Nebraska, honestly, was my parents' decision. It wasn't necessarily my decision. And so I was trying to get to some warm 80-degree weather. And my parents really felt like for me, Nebraska was going to be a better fit. I didn't feel like at the time Nebraska was that caliber of style that I really kind of resonated with. And so I ended up, my dad actually, and I lost that dude about 2 years ago. And so that's been tough, but he told me the same thing when I went to Omaha Central that he told me when I went to Nebraska. I was like, they're not good, Dad. He said, then you make it better, and so, went down there. I don't even think at the time the coaches that were recruiting me, when I called to say, hey, I'm going to stay home, they were like, what? They were like, oh my God. They started scrambling around and, got the letter together and I went down there, and it was probably, I would have to say it was the best decision that I made. I don't think I could have been in any other school and receive the love like I have, staying home and being a Husker. So I definitely bleed red for sure.
We're talking to Henry T. Buchanan and Maurtice Ivey. Maurtice, you talk about that 1988 season. You won Big A Player of the Year. And I just think it's incredible because, you look at men's, of course, we've had ups and downs, but over on the girls' side, there's been some really talented players to come through the program.
Man, yeah, I mean, and I'm glad you brought that up. We, at 88, I think it was 4 of us as freshmen that came into Nebraska at that time. And I think we all had the same mindset. Like we wanted to kind of shift it and do something different. And for sure, I recognize that I get the accolades and that type of stuff, but you never, and we all know this. I mean, you're not successful without your other teammates. And so I had some great group of young women around me that pushed me. And we were focused on what we needed to do within that 4 years. And so when we got there, our senior year is crazy. My senior year at Nebraska, I had been playing all year. We go to our red-white game, and one of my teammates, I'm shooting a jumper. She boxes me out, and I tear my meniscus. I played my whole senior year with a torn meniscus. Dang. And so I know a lot of people don't even know that. But they wanted to red shirt me, and I knew the chemistry that we had for that team. It was just it was a good vibe. I mean, we had put the work in for the last 3 years, and we were really ready to kind of just, take a shot at the conference championship and try to get on that national stage for the first time in Husker history. And all those things came to pass. And so it worked itself out. It was just a great experience.
Wow.
That's incredible. That's such good stuff. I do want to start now going down and let's talk about what you're doing now, because I have a feeling that this is going to hit a lot of people. And again, we love to have people like that, but we get to change lives when we people like yourself. Ivy League, by the way, catchy. I don't know where you got it from, but Ivy League Youth Sports Academy. Talk about that and how you're changing people.
Man, Ivy League, you know what? I'm just grateful and thankful that I get an opportunity to kind of, just do some things that I enjoy doing. What I realized, and I've realized this a long time ago, that life is bigger than Maurtice Ivey. And so you get to a certain stage in your life where you recognize, like, you got to give back. Like, I am a servant. And so, that's how I'm used. And so in youth sports is my landscape. And so I love the babies and I love the seniors, so those are like my two spaces where I love on people probably the most. But Ivy League Youth Sports Academy was really just a concept and a thought. I had Omaha Public Schools, one of the guys at the time, Steve Eubanks, he approached me and asked me would I be interested in starting a nonprofit. And so I'm just kind of like, what does that look like? And so he was just like, our girls are struggling. We need to do something, around feeder programs and that type of stuff. And so I kind of went into the lab for probably maybe a year and a half, and just kind of researched and just thought about, like, I didn't want to replicate what's already out there. And so I think that we have some challenges with our systems in the youth sports landscape. And so I really wanted to do something different with Ivy League. And so then I just kind of pulled from my experiences had an opportunity to try for the Olympics. I kind of pulled from those experiences. As a college coach, I pulled from those experiences, obviously as an athlete and as an official, so I officiated basketball for 27 years. And so I pulled from all of those experiences and I thought, like, what is it that our kids need right now that they're not getting? And so I felt like, my experience at Peru State as an NAIA school, then coming and playing as a Division I athlete, like, what I realized that when you go to an NAIA school, you do a lot of training development. When you're at a Division I school, you kind of get the cream of the crop. And so, it's a different concept. And so when I thought about what we needed from a youth sports landscape changing and shifting the game, I felt like training development was that was the niche. And so I think it's cool that you can play, 150, 200 games a year. I think it's a little excessive for our kids. But nobody's working on their craft, not at the level that they need to. And so the parks are empty, which is crazy because we grew up hooping at the parks. I mean, I know T knows, like, we were at South Park, like, hooping after practice. And so, you see, like, the shift has happened. And I'm trying to shift it back and create an island of excellence with Ivy League. And so we do training and development only for 4th through 8th grade girls. We have 4 sports right now. So we have volleyball, basketball, obviously. We have soccer, and we just rolled out golf in November. And so we are kind of doing our thing. But like I said, we focus specifically on training and development. We have, like, classrooms where they go into the classrooms. We work on athletic IQ. And some of those things were things that I felt like were super important as you're transitioning through the game. I think a lot of times we play the game, but it's hard sometimes to conceptualize the game. And so a lot of times we're out there in the court and coaches are yelling because kids, it hasn't clicked yet, like, what they're supposed to do. And so we fuss at them because we haven't taught them, the foundation stuff yet. And so we work exclusively on the foundation of the game, and developing our kids and nurturing them. We have a nutritionist in there just because I feel like, it's important. T and them had a great training table when they were back in the day. We were still in the dorms, but I definitely understand eating dorm food, and they were trying to portray it like this is the training table. But we were eating dorm food. We appreciated it. But we have a nutritionist on board for Ivy League just because I think that right now, kids need to understand how food fuels them, on the court and off the court. And so Just kind of, like I said, thought through it, went into the think tank with my village and some other folks that, we just kind of pulled it all together. And right now it's a finished product, but it's definitely organically evolving and doing its thing. And so I am just absolutely just thrilled and grateful to have that opportunity to run Ivy League.
And T, as an athlete, I'm sure you understand all of that.
Oh, absolutely. And I just want to just touch on that, Maurtice. And you talked about the basics, and I'm thinking you're talking fundamentals, and what we're not seeing in the game today, as far as collegiate and as far as professionally as well. But talk about, and I just saw Jamal Crawford made a comment just a couple of days ago around AAU and how it's kind of ruining basketball. And one of his comments was dealing with parents, and they're on top of some of the issues that AAU is having with some of these young players. How do you deal with the parents, and how is that impacting your league, or is it none?
You know what? I think one of the things that I learned when I was coaching collegiately is that you have to manage expectations on the front end. And so with our parents, love them. They're obviously going to be biased towards their babies. And I get that. But, when I coached collegiately, I would tell my parents, like, Monday through Friday, your daughter's with me. On Saturday, you see her. And then, she doesn't start. And then she puts up 15 or 20. And you're kind of like wondering why she didn't start. Because you don't know Monday through Friday, she was late for practice. She was a knucklehead. She wasn't a great team player. And but then you see her on Saturday and you're like, hey, that's not fair. And I'm saying, if you trust me, then you're going to allow me to do my job and know that it's bigger than me. And so as I'm trying to groom her, then allow me to do that. Same thing with Ivy League. The parents that are in Ivy League, they trust what it is that we're doing with their daughters. Matter of fact, this last Saturday, I was at the gym and we had the media that was there. And one of the parents came up to me and she started crying. And she said, this is amazing. I wish that we had something like this, when I was coming up. And I kind of got emotional because I'm just thankful that, I have the opportunity to be able to do that. So as far as managing the parents, T, I think we've established a culture of respect, a mutual respect. And so they don't come at us like they would come at me when I would be officiating sometimes, the game. And so, but we've just kind of created a culture of, we're going to do what we need to do. And sometimes, if parents feel like they get a little, overzealous with their kids, then that might not be a good fit. Ivy League might not be a good fit for you. And we're okay with reimbursing you your money back. But I know that we're doing our thing and we're doing it at a high level, and we've created an island of excellence there.
Awesome.
We're talking to Maurtice Ivey and Henry T. Buchanan. Maurtice, I've been dying to ask you about Caitlin Clark. I mean, what she has done, it's insane. And just talk about how different she is. Like, why as that player is she able to break all of these records? Is it anything you've seen before?
I've been around a lot of hoopers. She is a hooper, right? I mean, for sure. You gotta give her a prop. She's a hooper. And so I think what she's done for women's athletics, she's kind of really put it on her back right now and just kind of gave us that visibility to kind of go to the next level. And so for sure, definitely you got to give her props. I do think that as an athlete, it'll be interesting to see when she goes into the WNBA. And so, because at the end of the day, like, while you respect other athletes and what they do in their craft, as an athlete, as a competitive athlete, you're like, it's game on, right? And so she's head and shoulders above lots and lots of players that are in the league right now, that are in college athletics right now. So it'll be interesting to see how she hoops on the next level. But I mean, she's been magnificent for the game right now, and love watching her play. Love that swag. And the confidence that she gives other young women, other young girls that play in the game. So for sure, hats off to Caitlin Clark.
We do respect it. We're glad when she came to PBA, she took that record and went back to Iowa with it, not getting it here.
Man, I was loving the Huskers for that. I was like screaming at the TV, like, "Hey, don't let her get it against us. Don't let." So yeah, I mean, and that, you know what? I watched that game, and I thought the Huskers played so well, and I thought what I really appreciated, and probably just kind of gets overshadowed, is the strategy that Coach Williams had in the fourth quarter to shut her down. It didn't give her time to adjust to that boxing two that they put on her, and that's the type of strategy on that level that you have to use. And so Coach Williams was doing a great job with the Huskers.
Yeah, I was just going to lead in to ask you of how close you watch it, and again, I think like people like yourself that have paved the way, and TU, you guys all paved this, because I think it's missing in Husker athletics right now is the bond that you talk about. You're in tech strings with all your former players and together, and your teammates and buddies, and talking about bleeding Husker red. I think it's missed, but how, like, for both of you, how much does it make you proud to watch the teams right now go through runs and coaches with Coach Hoiberg and Coach Williams, and because you're going to have a probably 2 tournament teams this year, with the ladies are going to go as the 5 seed in the Big Ten tournament. They're going to make the tournament as in that same 7 to 10 range. And you got the men who are, it's been a while since we've been there, and they're going to make that move and hopefully get that first elusive tournament win.
Yeah.
Hey, for me, I've been watching both. Heck, I was so upset the other night when the women's just let that game get away. Give away that 4th place, but 5th place is fine. I mean, they still get a bye, that's just not the double bye like the men's. Well, we got to win Sunday.
Don't say that yet. We got to win Sunday.
Okay, so I guess we got to win Sunday, but it's going to be fun watching both teams at this point making the tournament, and definitely for the men's getting their first win, hopefully. I think Coach Hoiberg has done a phenomenal job. I think Amy Williams has done a phenomenal job as well, and just watching the fans, and I know Maurtice will agree with me on this. These fans, I mean, and especially if we get Omaha, because from my understanding that there's regional is going to be is one of the sites are going to be in Omaha. To get there and just to have the ability to have our fans to be close to us, and well, no matter where we go, they travel well. So just doing it for the fans and for the schools, and just for our teammates and the coaching staff and administration, you name it. And like you said earlier, I wear my Huskers proud, my gear. I wear it proud. And whenever I see a Husker, it's just, I saw Maurtice last year. Actually, it was at the Iowa game. Excited to see her, and at the women's game, and just every opportunity that you get a chance. And I try to stay in contact with every former player, whether it's men, women, or I remember running into Sean Taylor a few years ago at the airport, and it's just, as soon as we see each other, it's like, go Big Red. And, I wear my Husker gear, and everywhere you go, airport, I can be in Cali, I can be in Hawaii, no matter what, somebody's acknowledging the Big Red. And just to watch these 2 teams be successful this year at the same time has just been awesome. And especially, with the football program which is on its way to get back, and volleyball is doing their thing, and it's basketball time for men and women. And it's just been a great time for the fans and for the former players.
And Maurtice as well. How much pride do you have right now watching the women play and the way Amy's doing it?
Amy's doing her thing. She's been doing her thing though for a while. Amy shifted in that program and done a really nice job of being consistent. I know she wants more than anything, for them to be able to compete on the national stage, top 10, top 20. And so she's working every year to try to, build that program. But she's sustained, where they compete every night. They step on the floor. She does a really good job, as the head coach there. And so I'm proud, of the Huskers. I follow a lot of basketball. I get an opportunity, especially in the space that I'm in right now with Ivy League. And so when I can, I get down to the Husker games. I was down there maybe about a month ago for our alumni. And so it's really kind of good to connect. I'm probably a little different than T in that space. You know, when I see everybody, I mean, it's nothing but love, but I'm not connected with a lot of my teammates. You know, we kind of did our own thing, and our journeys have been different. And so I'm still connected with a few of them, but not at the level probably T is. But, you know, of course, anybody that's repping some Husker gear, it's always a conversation piece where you're just kind of like, you a Husker. And I mean, and so I'm like I said, I'm a native child. So, I mean, this is home for me. And so I'm always, you know, at home. Like I said, whether I'm in Omaha or I'm in North Platte, Nebraska, I am a Husker. And so proud of that and what we're doing as a program. And so, the Huskers are doing their thing. So, I mean, I'm definitely proud about all of the progress that we're making in that space.
Before we get you guys out of here, Maurtice, I remember you mentioned that you're starting to bring on golf over at the Ivy League Youth Sports Academy. T and I could use some help.
Yeah, you could.
Do you accept 25 and, you know, older people? That'd be great.
Well, you know, no, but we can get out and play. I coached college golf for 3 years at Peru State.
Well,
So time out. Joe P put on here scratch golfer.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely not a scratch golfer, but I hold my own, you know, and so I have, you know, right now it's crazy. I'm finishing up my doctorate degree, and so I got about 3 or 4 more months to wrap this thing up. So I haven't even been golfing, probably not consistent the last 3 years, you know. So my handicap's probably about 15, 18. But once I get into that rhythm, we can definitely get out like this summer, guys. I'll be done with school this summer. Let's just get out and break bread and get 18 in.
We're going to do this. Now, here's why that came up. So last summer, Jerry Shoe and myself went against Will and T, and they lost. And they got beat.
So if we wanted to add some members, we'll take Maurtice and we'll give you guys an extra pick.
Oh, so we're going threes now.
We're going threes.
I'm shooting from. I'm gonna hit from the Reds though. I'm hitting from the women's
that's
team.
fine.
Perfect.
You get 50 and over. You get
Listen,
carte blanche.
You will be the highlight of their team.
You will.
Okay.
We need you, Maurtice. We need you.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to just change the subject, but go ahead.
No, I'm saying
finish your thought.
I want to make sure that they can play. Like, I don't want to carry. You know, my back is 50 years plus now, and so I need to have some. I need to have some golfers around. Can you guys play? Do you play?
Maybe Maurtice should be on me and Shoe's team. That's what she
said. No. We should have beat y'all. If y'all look, there's a couple of questionable putts but anyway, we won't go there. But Maurtice, before we get on, I just wanted to tell you that I got a chance to watch your nephew, Devin.
Lovely.
Yeah, I got Joe Pete told me about it, so I watched the game. They ended up losing, but man, what a defender he's put together, man. He didn't get a lot of shots off, man, but I can tell he knows the game, man. So it's
my nephew got picked up with the Detroit Pistons G League team, and so we were in North Carolina a couple weeks ago, and I reconnected with Joe Pete, and I'm watching him. That dude, he's getting ready for the next level. I mean, I think he'll get his opportunity in the NBA soon. And so super proud of him and his journey. So, you know, it's the chip off the old block kind of thing. Yeah.
This has been awesome. I wish we could keep it going, but I do want to read a few comments. By the way, Ryan on the stream says, Maurtice was my sister's favorite player and definitely was a baller. And thanks for your work with our communities. T. Ryan also said, Henry's Husker love. Henry, I'm calling you Henry. Henry's Husker love is contagious, and that's why people gravitate towards you. Man, you guys are awesome. Before we get you out of here, Maurtice, is there a website that you can tell us and share that we can send people to if they need that development and training for our youth? Because I think that's such a powerful place to be.
Absolutely. You know what? I'm going to put it in your chat box, if that's okay.
Perfect.
Yeah. And then you guys, let me see. I got to get back to you. So I'm dropping it in there right now. But for sure, come check us out at ivyleaguesportsacademy.org. And 4th through 8th grade girls, if you have some girls, send them our way. We love on them.
Perfect.
That's awesome.
We
Well, I
appreciate you
can't
guys.
wait. Yeah, appreciate you both. Thank you so much. There it is right there. We got it right there on the stream. So, and again, I'm not messing around. We will get together this summer.
Let's get together for
This
sure.
summer.
I'm looking
Hey, y'all
forward.
just give me a date and I'll make sure I'm there.
Very
We'll do it.
cool.
All right.
Love
Stay
it.
blessed, everybody. We'll talk to you
All
guys
right,
real
Martise,
soon.
Take care,
Good.
gentlemen.
Guys.
Thank you.
You
Take
guys.
care.
right.
Again, boy, that was a good one. If you miss anything, kf4now.com after the show. We really appreciate the time from them. And you guys have a great hump day. We'll not catch you on a Thursday.
That was sweet, man.
That was good stuff. I know we went long, but I thought it was
Yeah, we
appropriate
only went
there.
23 over. I'm just trying to figure out if there's a way to. I'll just let it ride.
We're still live on the stream, right? I think
Oh yeah, we are. Hey everybody.
It's up, everybody. We're still here.
My bad.
I thought it was a great guy. By the way, I always look at comments and I love those comments, but today, like, there was a consistent 70-something people hanging out with us. I mean, that's awesome.
We appreciate
Thank
all
you
of you.
guys.
All of you.
Guys and
Martise is
gals.
great. We got to have her back on the show.
Yes.
She was
She's
fantastic.
so passionate about the love and the youth. That's why I wanted to get there because
we could talk to her for 3 hours.
oh my gosh.
But we only
Awesome.
had about
Thanks,
40
Troy.
minutes.
Thanks, Troy.
Hey.
Awesome. You're nice. Thanks, Sarah.
Everybody on stream, thank you guys.
Yes.
We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, 10 o'clock.
You guys stay safe out there.
Enjoy your
We'll
Wednesday.
catch you tomorrow.
See you guys.